JohnHarters, I know I say this all the time, but this is really, really important. A few very, it's I would say about 6, 7 months ago, I asked you guys to really pay attention to your online profiles, and really focus on how we're going to increase your AI score, right? And one of the things I did over the weekend is I did an audit of John Harder's on FastExpert.com because, as you know, FastExpert along with Zillow are kind of the authority when it comes to your online platforms, right? AI engines like Chat, Gemini, et cetera, they use these these websites that do a good job of giving them structured content, structured information, right? And one thing I will tell you is I was kind of disappointed in the number of profiles that I saw of John Hart agents, and the ones that I did see that have been completed or have been set up have not been completed. Okay, so let me first things first show you how you can. I'm going to share my screen real quick. How you can see if you're on here, right? All you got to do is go to fastexpert.com by agent name, and then put in, for example, let me search for Marlene. Okay. Once I do, lo and behold, I find her here, and then all of her reviews are set up, et cetera, right? So go ahead and find yourself here. If you don't find yourself, don't worry, okay? All you got to go to professionals and then sign up today, and then just sign up. It takes literally minutes, okay? And then once you set yourself up, don't just stop at creating your profile, but also I'm gonna show you in a second what all the things that you need to include. And then at the end, I'll give you a really good tip on how to backlink, okay? Because the more backlinks you have on your website, the more credibility, obviously, you're gonna get with these engines. Because at the end of the day, these engines really, really look at the Fast Expert and Zillow for help, right? Who are the agents that I should recommend? What areas, et cetera, et cetera. Because and you know this, and I'm not a big believer of lead generation websites, but Fast Expert has always been a lead generation website. But that's not why I'm asking you guys to create this, because as you know by now, I'm not about getting leads from these engines. I want my own database to trust me even more. And when they type in best real estate agent in Glendale, Burbank, Palmdale, whatever have you, and my name comes up, they're going to be a lot more confident making that call and not really having to think about other agents, right? So Fast Expert has become, and it's kind of taken off ever since ChatGPT gave it credibility, right? This is where ChatGPT is gathering information, that cross-referencing information they got from Zillow. So if Zillow is saying the same thing as Fast Expert is, then more likely ChatGPT with the structured information about about what they receive from you is going to recommend you, right? So your agent profile needs to be set up properly. Your reviews have to be set up properly. Your specialties have to be set up properly. Where you focus has to be set up properly. All this information makes you as gives you credibility online, right? It increases the chances that your name appears when someone asks AI to recommend an agent in an area. If this doesn't exist, then the opposite happens, right? You got to create your profile. You got to make sure that Fast Expert knows you as an agent in the area that you're focused in. Like I mentioned, once you create your profile, go all the way, right? And it's really easy for you to know whether you're done or not. All you got to do is make sure that this is 100%. Right here, it says your name for Hike. It's 85% complete. We need to make sure it's 100% complete for you. Okay. So, and then when you click on it, you'll see a list of all the things that are completed and the things that are not completed. So for him, there's only two sections that still need to be completed. A lot of you guys, again, don't have your entire profile completed. Like for example, this image here, all you got to do is click this on, and replace it with the image that your marketing manager has given you when you first signed up. Or a lot of you guys, for example, have your LinkedIn profiles, you have your Facebook profiles, etc. Take that and use it here. I did the same exact thing for Hike when I was kind of playing around with his account.
Mm.
Right here is your profile photo. Down if you don't have it, go to the John Hart website or your website and just download it. Right click, download it, and put it up here. You can click on edit. You can do all of this. If you've got a video, make sure your video is up. Your service area is really important. Like I said earlier, when somebody searches for an agent in Toluca Lake, ChatGPT is going to scroll through these websites and scan these pages, right? So this Toluca Lake being in the service area really helps build credibility. Your bio, add it, right? Copy and paste it from your website. Your phone number, your address, your social media accounts, right? Your specialties. This recent history is pulled from Zillow. It'll give you an award, for example, if you've got a bunch of different reviews, it'll give you a five-star agent award if your reviews are great. Make sure that if you speak other languages, that's put up. Your hobbies, your interests, your family. Write a little bit of information about your family. All this is super, super important. Okay. And then once you do that, you can click your view your public profile, and that's what the public will see the way this is here. Okay. Now, I mentioned to you earlier that I've got a nice tip. Well, all you got to do now is once you set up your profile, backlink it to your website. So all you got to do is go to your Swarm site, okay, and then go to obviously your excuse me, your blog, and then put up this prompt. Write me a 500-word blog on why being a five-star agent on Fast Expert matters for Los Angeles buyers and sellers. I will add the link to my
Mm.
profile. Okay. Generate that, and it's going to take a few seconds in order for you for it to write it, and then organize it uh, in your blog post here. And then once it does that, then I'm also going to upload that badge that I downloaded from fastexpert.com. How do you download the badge? All you got to do is go back to the profile. Let me go back to okay. Let me go back to that. Awards and badges. Click on that. And then as you can see, how many ever awards. And the more awards that you have, and the more badges you have, the more blogs you should put up. You download that badge, and then you go back to your blog. And then by now, so why being a five-star agent on fastexpert.com matters for Los Angeles buyers and sellers. It'll give me all that information. It'll write me a nice 500-word blog, right? And then what I'll do is it'll give me the area to put a backlink. Okay. So earlier I copied the backlink to Hike's profile. I'll come in here and I'll paste it and I'll okay. Again, really important for you guys to have these backlinks set up. Okay.
Mm.
And then last but not least, what I want to do is I want to replace the image, and then it downloads it as a PNG, save it as a JPEG. Okay. Definitely save it as a JPEG. And then click on it, and then voila. Um, you'll have it as a featured image. Then I'll take it from draft to publish. I'll select the category, let's say in the press. Okay, that's the category that I'll select. And I'll do a bunch of that tags, buy, for sale, home for sale. What else do I want? Real estate updates, whatever. Okay. And then I'll save the post, and I'll look at the live view, and that's what the live view looks like. Okay. Simple as that. Very easy, very simple. And one of the things that we're all looking to do is gain credibility online. And there's no better way of gaining credibility than in making sure that your Zillow reviews are something that you obsess over, and your FastExpert.com profile is constantly updated. John Harters, make sure you guys do this before the end of the day today. If you have any questions, always here for you. Call me, text me, stop by my desk, email me, whatever you want so I can help you. All right. Cheers.